go to Geneva. You can see Tarik Jasarevic in the screen. He's the spokesperson for the World Health Organization. Tarik, thank you so much for your time. Maybe 2 weeks ago or so, the UN's humanitarian chief, Martin Griffiths, this is a 70-year-old man who's a career diplomat. He says Gaza is the worst crisis he's ever seen. Tell us from your perspective about what's happening in Gaza.
Well, we have just seen the footage of dying children, and Gaza did not have a problem with malnutrition. So in just 5 months, we went from less than 1% of acute malnutrition to 15% in northern Gaza. This is something we have never seen in terms of degradation of nutritional status. And it's really incredible to think that we came to the point where our children are dying. And I have been talking to our colleagues who have been visiting northern hospitals, Kamal Adwan in Al-Awda, and they were saying it's beyond imagination, the level of destruction and the level of desperation of people. People are desperate for food. As we could have seen in your images, our trucks also have been stopped by a crowd of hungry people who were hoping there was a food on those trucks, and we had to tell them that it's only medicines to be able to proceed. So there's nowhere enough food coming in and all the other humanitarian assistance. So really, we are appealing once again to find a solution, to get to ceasefire, and to get that humanitarian space that we need to bring what is needed to hospitals, so these hospitals can provide health services to people of Gaza.
How effective could these airdrops of assistance be, Tarik? The Americans dropped about, 36,000 meals. The Jordanians have just dropped some. But between that's probably 80,000 packets of aid for more than 1.5 million people, at least, who are displaced.
Well, colleagues from the World Food Programme can speak more about how efficient those. I think that they are not as efficient as a normal delivery through trucks. So what we really need is a full access, really land access, to have all the openings being functional. But beyond that, what we need is really to be able to move that humanitarian aid within Gaza, because this was the problem. Whatever has arrived to Rafah, it was very difficult to move to, in our case for the WHO, to hospitals, because roads are damaged. We needed security clearances, and those security clearances were quite often being denied. There were lengthy delays at checkpoints. Even some health workers have been detained at those checkpoints. And quite often there was a fighting and bombardment in the area, so we could not proceed. So what is needed is really a ceasefire, so that we have conditions where we can safely and regularly bring everything that is needed, including fuel, food, medical supplies, all around Gaza. Unfortunately, with the situation where the bombs are still falling down, people are dying, people are being injured, the little assistance that we are providing is not, unfortunately, making a big difference.
Who do you have there in Gaza on the ground these days, Tarik?
Well, we have our teams who have been there. These are our Palestinian colleagues who are part of a WHO team. We have some health workers from outside who are running some field hospitals, especially in south of Gaza, who came through coordination of the World Health Organization, what we call emergency medical teams. So we are ready to do what we can. But unfortunately, as long as we don't have that humanitarian space, and as long as we have people being injured, health facilities being less and less able to provide services, we will be seeing emergence of infectious disease as we see it now, and we will not be able to help not only people who are injured, but also people with chronic diseases.
Tarik Jasarevic, thank you so much indeed, Tarik. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.